Thank you for joining us for the Lakefront News. I'm Bianca Garcia. With Halloween being only a few days away, Lakefront reporter Anna Boone is going to give you some tips on how to have a safe night.
Halloween is a perfect time to get treats, but not tricks. To get the most out of your Halloween night, here are a few safety tips. According to safekids.org, there are only 4 rules you need to know. 1. Make sure to walk safely. Make sure you are looking both ways when crossing the street. And when crossing the street, always cross the street at corners and follow the traffic signals rather than running across in the middle of the road. And most importantly, you have to put away your electronic devices that might distract you. 2. Go trick-or-treating with an adult. If you are a parent, make sure you go trick-or-treating with your children to ensure a safe night of fun. 3. Keep costumes both fun and safe. Try to avoid masks, which can sometimes obstruct vision. Also, look for some costumes that stand out with bright colors to avoid blending into the night. Or to brighten up a dark costume, make sure to carry a glow stick or a flashlight. And lastly, number 4, drive extra cautiously on Halloween. If you are driving around Halloween night, make sure to slow down and be especially alert in residential neighborhoods. Eliminate any distractions so you can focus on the road. Make sure you are very observant to your surroundings, as children may move in unpredictable ways due to excitement. Popular trick-or-treating hours are from 5:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m., so make sure to be alert during those times. I'm Anna Boone with Lakefront News, and make sure you have a safe Halloween.
Thank you, Anna. Our Lady of the Lake students, faculty, and staff are invited to join the Center for Service Learning and Volunteerism and the Volunteer Unity Council for an annual volunteer opportunity. Our Lakefront reporter, Stephanie Garza, has more.
That's right, Ollu Make a Difference Day is Saturday, October 28th, and there's still time to sign up if you're interested in earning service hours or just making a difference in the community. Ollu Make a Difference Day is a volunteer event that started about 5 years ago and is celebrated every fall semester in order to line up with National Make a Difference Day, which is held on the 4th Saturday in October. This event gives Ollu members an opportunity to serve together at a local nonprofit organization. This year, the event will take place on Saturday, October 28th, 2017, from 9 to 11:30 a.m.
They were wanting to send out and really put a large number of Ollu volunteers out in the community all at the same time so that they feel the community building. Our volunteers feel that, and the nonprofit really feels the impact of Ollu on the work that they're doing.
Around 100 Ollu members will be making a difference at the San Antonio Food Bank, where they will be sorting, moving, and packing products at the warehouse. If you're interested in attending, you'll need to sign up in advance at the CSLV Warden Room 23. Volunteers will meet at 8:10 a.m. at the Warden School building and are encouraged to dress comfortably. Tennis shoes are required. Now, if you're unable to attend Ollu Make a Difference Day, you can still participate in future service projects. Just call the CSLV at 210-431-3990 or email the Volunteer Unity Council at vuc@Ollusa.edu. Reporting in front of the Warden School of Social Service, I'm Stephanie Garza for Lakefront News.
Thank you, Stephanie. The Graduate Fair was held Thursday, October 26th in the mall area. Over 15 different universities attended to showcase their university information. Our Lady of the Lake students who were interested in a master and PhD program were able to get a look into graduate school. It's almost that time of the semester to register for classes. Our Lakefront reporter, Alex Escobar, has more.
With midterms out of the way, students finally have a moment just to relax, but not for long. With the end of the semester right around the corner, students have a few more hurdles to jump over before dealing with finals. Starting on Monday, November 6th, early spring registration for classes begins. Hear what some students are doing to make sure they choose the right classes for their major.
Signing in to our Ollu account and going through Web Advisor and looking at what credits we're supposed to be taking towards our major. And so I kind of figured out which classes I'm supposed to take next semester, and then I made an appointment with my advisor.
Well, what I'm going to be doing is talking to my academic advisor, seeing which classes I want to go and sign up for. So she essentially helped me out with my first set of classes for about, I think, 16 hours.
Reporting for the Lakefront News, I am Alex Escobar.
Thank you, Alex. Homecoming is coming to the lake November 2nd to the 5th. Many exciting events are to come, such as Mr. and Miss Ollu, Casino Night, Greek Showcase, Breakfast with the Sisters of Divine Providence, a barbecue picnic, alumni and family awards brunch, many sporting events, and much, much more. The majority of events are free to attend. For more information, visit the Ollu alumni website. This week, Robert Rivard from the Rivard Report had an open reading to all students. He read out true stories from his life and answered questions about being a journalist. Our Chloe Brown has more on this story.
On October 25th, Ollu resident writer Robert Rivard held a reading where he read excerpts of his unpublished manuscript. Rivard has been working with Professor Benavides' graduate MFA program this semester, working on literary creative journalism.
What's interesting for me is listening to other writers, even young unpublished writers, tell stories. It makes me think about my own time as a young person differently than I might have, just because I'm subconsciously comparing my own experiences to their experiences.
As a journalist, Rivard talks about writers telling their truth because the truth matters. Working with Ollu's MFA students, Robert found many come from different backgrounds, but being here meant that they were surviving. It meant that their story was worth telling.
I think we've all learned a lot about one another and learned a lot about ourselves in the process. And I did the same thing the students did. I wrote about a traumatic memory of my childhood and shared it with them. So I'm both student and teacher in this situation, and it's very enjoyable, and it's an experience I'll treasure.
Rivard believes that students telling their story builds strength. He encourages writers to tell their truth and to keep writing. Chloe Brown, Lakefront News.
Thank you, Chloe. November 11th is Veterans Day. Lakefront reporter Stephanie Garza has more on how Our Lady of the Lake plans on observing the holiday and honoring veterans.
By honoring the veterans who have served on Veterans Day, we show our respect to those who've worn the uniform past and present.
Veterans Day is a national day of recognition for veterans that have served in the United States. This year, Dr. Wallace Sanborn and the Student Veterans of America hope to get all the Ollu community and their friends and family to join them in honoring veterans at their annual Veterans Day ceremony on November 10th from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. in the mall area.
The United States is very unique. We have volunteer military, so people choose to serve. They choose to put their lives on the line, and I think that it should be acknowledged that they do so.
Dr. Wallace Sanborn is an assistant professor of English, chair for the Veterans Day observance ceremony, and faculty advisor to Student Veterans of America. Dr. Sanborn said there are a lot of moving parts when it comes to planning the annual Veterans Day ceremony, and planning can typically take a couple of months each semester to coordinate the different parts, but they try to add something each year to make it bigger and better.
We're flying in Fred Rivera, who is a Vietnam veteran. He is also the author of a Pulitzer Prize-nominated novel, Raw Man, which is Namor spelled backwards.
Fred Rivera will be the featured speaker at the ceremony, and Dr. Sanborn will also take some time to talk about the history of Veterans Day. After the ceremony, Rivera will have a book signing from 1:30 to 2 p.m., followed by a viewing of a documentary film from 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. These events are a way to raise awareness, reach out to those who are interested in serving, and recognize veterans.
Communal events whereby people in uniform, people out of uniform, people who've worn the uniform, people who might wear the uniform can get together.
Our Lady of the Lake is a yellow ribbon school. That means that the hundreds of veterans at Ollu, both online and on campus, have access to special tuition benefits. And the Veterans Day ceremony is just another way for the community to give their thanks to veterans. I'm Stephanie Garza for Lakefront News.
Thank you, Stephanie.